Hello Sagittarius, this is your reading for January 2018, and I hope you had a wonderful Christmas. And to start with, I've already shuffled the cards and laid them already out so that we can jump into those. And then I also added some bonus reading cards. So we have the Power of Love cards, the Law of Attraction cards, your angel. I have a 3-card spread on that for your angel messages, and your animal totem cards with your angel of abundance message also. So with all that said, I'm going to go ahead and jump into the reading. And said we have the overlying energies of the cards at this point is the King of Swords and the King of Pentacles, to both start out with some power cards here in the King area. So Sagittarius, the meaning of the King of Swords for you is, you're trying to get ahead or make it in this world. There are inner and outer conflicts that you're struggling with, behavior modification, clarity or discernment, legal matters, different kinds of professional assistance, and this can be also a Libra type energy. This card has a lot to deal with balancing and finding things that can work for you. So those is just finding that energy to find that balance is what I keep hearing that I need to say to you. For your King of Pentacles, this is a card that is based within the Earth sector, also carries the Gemini too, but Earth sector as in Virgo, Taurus, and Capricorn can carry in this, but this deals with financial and stuff like that over your reading. And so the focus is on communication expansion with mental absorption, arts, media, and contacts with those in positions of power and authority, influences, and completing old projects, beginning new ones, and a person that I just talked about could be male or female with a Gemini type energy. So this is definitely with the King card here, represents a person that has it all and has done well with it and is living the life that we would all like to live with, and our comforts and everything. We're going to jump into your financial and practical work side with your career. So we have the Lovers and the Knight of Cups. To start off with the Lovers in your work sector, career sector, finances, you could find that some people are not interested in the work that you normally do and what you have to sell, but will be a blessing in disguise because new avenues will open up, offering unexpected gains in a different direction. Sometimes we get pushed to move forward into a different direction, and we don't realize that until we are not offering what we should be doing in a business. For your finances, money will be coming through commissions, trade, or skill, and through a mortgage, loan repayment, unexpected source, and if need arises, money will come to cover it. So you have blessings over that. So whatever you're working on, Libra, sorry, it's a long day, last one, Sagittarius, you're onto a new expansion into a different realm in your work, but it's going to pay off. With the next energy in the career and finances, you have the Knight of Cups, which is always a fast-moving pace card. And with this one, it talks about something in your work area that you are going to receive some important news, and a decision will be made affecting your livelihood, Sagittarius. This also includes a happy, supportive, and nurturing atmosphere in your working environment. So pay attention to that you have a lot of support with the people that you're working with. In your finances area in this card, it also means expect positive changes in your financial affairs, as well as lucky breaks and cost cuts. And if you call on those who owe you money, you will get a swift reply and affirmation on hopefully getting paid back. So if there's some things that you're trying to take care of, if you're the person that's doing the billing, you should be able to get things taken care of so you can get back on track and stay in the black and not in the red in business. As we move into your friends and family with messages, we have the Three of Swords, and we have the Wheel of Fortune. So with friends and family, when I see the Three of Swords, this is sometimes we have meddling going on. So do pay attention to that. There's always an interruption. You know, you have three swords going through a heart. There's some painful experiences that can come from news, from friends, family, and messages on that. But be aware, like I said, sometimes there's meddling going on. Be aware of that and don't allow that to bother you too much, depending on what the message is, of course. But just be aware that sometimes with this card there's messages that can be passed around that can be a little disheartening. Even with it can be with anything with friends and family on that. As we move into the next energy in that area, we have the Wheel of Fortune, and so again, you have some distressing information that will necessitate a decision on your part. This could be concerning your career. So, could be your career, could be family. This also being a 10 is an end of a cycle and messages. So do understand that, you know, depending on what's going on, could be stopping a lot of the chaos if that's amongst your friends or family. Do understand that plans can be unpredictable with this card. Expect many unforeseen changes and vicissitudes, good or bad. As we move into your challenges, we have the Queen of Swords and the Six of Cups. With the Queen of Swords and your challenges, be aware that you could be annoyed by misleading information or you know, facts that are postponed, that you're trying to progress and delay you, and a launching date on something that you've been working on can be very frustrating. You know, there could be an unexpected event like being left at the altar or at a business deal gone sour, and it will leave you feeling alone and abandoned. So pay attention to that. You know, a proposed business plan could fall through and new projects will be difficult to launch. But again, it's kind of giving you a decision that, you know, if there's something that's not working, then you're going to have to change some stuff up on that. So you have to watch out with wanting to withdraw too much in the business sector on that. With your Six of Cups on your challenges, you will be doubting your ability to succeed in work and profession if you have chosen all of it that is relating in one area. You could be disappointed because you won't be able to manifest your desires as soon as you would like to have or hope to. So, you know, a business problem, you know, it's definitely going to get solved, and a compromise will have to be made in that area. So this challenge is kind of hard for you, so you're going to be going through that. As we move to your relationship, romance sector, we have the Eight of Wands and we have the Two of Pentacles. With the Eight of Wands at the top of your reading for your romance and relationships, you want to speed things up and settle a matter of concern and branch out. You know, there's a, you know, this is a very positive time for romance, and if a significant love affair doesn't begin, a very warm and enchanting one. You'll be at least charmed by an admirer or two. So if that's something you're waiting for to be coupled, Sagittarians. You know, people that are maybe coupled, you might not be able to get what you want out of a relationship, and a business loss or setback could be also included. So even in your relationship sector, that's even covering that, you know, there's some setbacks on that. So, you know, certain things can start and begin, and some coupled Sagittarians, you definitely could have some nice, wonderful times in January with each other. But you kind of got some business on your mind at this time. For your other energy and the romance sector, we have the Two of Pentacles, and that's a balancing act with two plates. You don't want to get too busy with that. So with the romance, you know, you could be trying to maintain emotional control when faced with upsetting news or circumstances, yet unknown to you, your loved one feels the same way. So do pay attention to how they're feeling. And coupled people, you could have a release or overcome an emotional crisis through the entry of several new factors, both personal and professional. So with that being said, in your relationship area, Sagittarius, that you're basically in a lot of business and stuff like that, and your partner may be feeling like your thoughts are somewhere else rather than with them. And so this is definitely going to be a balancing act. For your outcome, you have the Two of Wands, and with the Two of Wands, this is a promise, and the handshake card on your outcome, a pact of, with a contract that promises great returns and loyalty and arrangements, or a commitment that will be upheld. So that energy for that to be there for you is a nice one to have. And with your outcome, you will be able to find a way through, but it's not yet completely established yet. But you're on your way to finding better things, covering both, especially in work, since that's such a strong area in the career and finances. And you will probably be able to balance out your relationship area. Usually Sagittarians can do that because they have such a playful nature about them. You just need to remember, you got to play a little bit, Sagittarius. Got to find that balance for everybody, including yourself. As we go into your spiritual messages, we have affluence, and that message is, I choose to be debt-free and to live an affluent and healthy life. Well, don't let things get in your way while you're doing that, so I think you'll go ahead and get there. It's just going to be a little troublesome trying to get there. It's a little bit bumpy road as we go, but you'll get there, tried and true, but don't get too focused in on the work, Sagittarius. And it looks like you may be trying to even work 2 different jobs, Sagittarius, and your next message is moonlighting. You can start working on your dream career part-time while keeping your other job to pay the bills. Soon your dream career will take flight and fully support you. So Sagittarius, if you've been really working hard on finding something that you really want to do in your life, then you're going to have to start that. But again, you're going to be working extremely hard. And these cards are really stating that. So it's finding what's working for you and what may not. Your next message is peacefulness. You recognize the balance, and let me restart that. It's at the end of the night here after Christmas. Peacefulness. You recognize that balance, kindness, and love bring calmness to your soul. That isn't true. You haven't been able to do that in this reading. It's looking like January is very busy, so remind yourself, Sagittarius, get some peacefulness in there and really make sure that that happens. It looks like I threw 2 animal message cards here, and we have renewal with the raccoon and 6 of autumn with the kiwi. So how lucky you are to get 2 of these. With the raccoon, it's time to get clarity about your life purpose and make changes so that you're on your path most divinely suited to you. Forgive what has been without judgment and fearlessly embrace what is to come. So again, they're trying to tell you, find your life purpose, find what you like to do, and get ready for that. But you're going to be busy, Sagittarius. It's looking really crazy there. And the next message is kiwi. Your success and prosperity have allowed you to pay off debts, acquire wise loans, and receive a grant or scholarship in return for heaven's blessings. Be sure to share the wealth with others through donations of time and money and reputable charities. Well, if you have enough time, Sagittarius, this month is going to be crazy, but down the road, when you get that time and when you get your dream career and you're balancing and you built it all up, do make sure that you are charitable in causes that you really believe in, and that will be a wonderful feeling and a great balance in the universe. As we move to your angel messages, this card talks of the end of a difficult situation and embrace change and expect things to get better now. Recovery from addiction. Not that anybody out there, or some people may be faced with, any kind of addiction, but there's situations where they have, it's talking about being difficult, and there are some difficult cards in here that I talked to you about, Sagittarius, but you're coming out of that and things are going to start getting better in the month of January. Your next message is too much work, accept help from others, life is out of balance. We talked about balance, stress-related health concerns. You've got to get your rest when you can. And please incorporate other people when you can to help work with you. That's what's going to help you succeed. And your last message is good news about financial matters, wanting to do something more challenging, a new area of study. So as we looked at the cards as a whole and all of this in your reading, you know, it's talking about finding different things that are going to work for you and stuff like that. So, you know, if there's a new area of study, go for it, go for it, go for it. You know, you've got the go power on this Sagittarius. Just, you know, watch for certain things. You got a lot of power cards in here, a lot of motivation to move through, and with having the kings in here, you know, definitely have the right connections and where you need to be. So you have created that and you've worked hard at those things, Sagittarius, and you know, you will be successful, but you also have to mark out time in your daily and weekly and weekend time to have some fun. You don't want to be so busy you're not taking at least one day during the weekend, if you get that, some time for yourself and time for your family, so you can balance that out. All in all, Sagittarius, this was a very good reading. Just pay attention to that. You are moving forward. You're coming up on something probably a little new in your life that's going to make you some money. And also, if there's a dream that you want to do, really go for it. And I hope you have a wonderful January, and I will talk to you in February of 2018. Thank you.